people will ask you, why blockchain? You don't need blockchain, right? You don't need. You have the ship, right? You know where ship is. Why you need blockchain? So I told them, because this project is about asset management, right? So you have an asset, you have an asset, you have an asset, you have an asset. How do you manage the asset, right? How do we transfer assets? How do we protect assets? This is what the project is really about. So what we did was that if we do not have blockchain, we cannot make this project work at all, because there is international, it's not a law, but it's an international idea by UNESCO, like UN, that say they don't want you to sell artifacts, right? So I find this, they don't want me to sell it, because if I sell it to Professor put it in his house, no one will ever see it. And in future, 2 years from now, maybe somebody in South America find one artifact that looks just like this, and they say, oh wow, I remember Bahamas, they had one artifact. Where is it? Oh, they sold to Professor. It's gone. So they can't study the tool to find out some more history, to make more stories. So this government, I mean, they're not government, they're private, UNESCO, and also the archaeologists, they don't want you selling anything, and I agree. We must leave it so we can study, we can learn, we can have answers about our past, our future. So, the only way is if these artifacts stay in museum, but we create non-fungible token that owns the artifact. So now you have store value of artifacts. So the value of this artifact is $100. My token is now $100. You understand? But you cannot touch this anymore. Maybe you own this, but this in museum. Museum protect and hold for you, and you have $100 token. But you can sell to her, you can sell to him, you can sell to him, to him, to him, to anybody you want, and make money. Understand? Yes. Okay. So the first part of the project is store of value of artifacts and using non-fungible tokens. So we're using ERC 1155. So that is Ethereum smart contract standard, and we also want to use and using ERC 998 of them. It's also another smart contract standard. So this is really into the blockchain technology, the smart contract standards, right? And there's another one like CryptoKitties, which is ERC 721. 721 is the first standard, the basic standard, and then other standards build on top of it to make new standards. So soon, maybe PO8 will have their own standard, different from ERC 115, different from ERC 998. This is what we're working on right now, and soon we will tell everybody. So number two is, and most important part about asset management is, many people, maybe you know some people, they have a lot of assets. They have a lot of cars. They have a lot of buildings. But they don't have any money. No cash.
Yes.
Cash is king. If you have cash, you can do anything. Move around. But if you just have building, you have to sell the building. You have to, maybe you have to wait for your rent, right? Every year or month, you have to wait for rent. If you have the car, you have to say, oh, I really love this car. I don't want to sell it. And then when you want to sell it, you don't get the price you want, right? You want to get $100 for the car, and then maybe someone say, oh, 75. Because your market is limited. So with the bridge to liquidity, what we did is we make a marketplace for everybody in the world can come and see the non-fungible tokens. So now you have, instead of having to sell your car or anything to one person, you can now sell to millions of people. And because it's non-fungible token, the artifacts don't have to leave the country, don't have to move. Because when products need to cross borders, from China to Korea, from Korea to USA, you have to go to customs and many difficulties, tax. So we say item don't move. Only ownership of item move, right? Only digital token. which is the value, which is the money. So today I can have a digital token, $1,000. I put on the marketplace, and I say, everybody, I accept Bitcoin, I accept EOS, I accept Ethereum, I accept fiat, US dollars or euros. Who wants to buy my token? I want it. Maybe if many people want it, you can add more, or you just sell it. But now you have liquidity, you have access to cash, which a lot of people don't have the lack to do. So another thing that we did too in the marketplace is that maybe I don't want to sell it. I want to leverage it like collateral. So I can say, here's my token. This token is worth $1 million. You see all of the reasons it's worth $1 million. You know the underlying asset, which is the artifact, is in the museum. So somebody who giving the asset-backed loan, someone like a blockchain company now that we know very well, one is called SALT. So SALT maybe will be asset-backed lender, or a bank could be an asset-backed lender, or a fund, a Middle Eastern fund. And the Middle East funds are making no money on their fund, because if they keep it in the bank doesn't pay them interest. So they can come to the platform, they can be an asset-backed lender, they can say, okay, I can make 2% on this loan. I will give him the loan for 3 months. 3 months I make 2%, that's more than I make in the bank. Okay, he needs 40% of his million. I hold his non-fungible token. So now the fund becomes the hold of your non-fungible token, and they give you $400,000. You go and you make your business, you do something, you pay back your money, you get your non-fungible token back. If you do not pay back your money, they will sell your non-fungible token and get $1 million. Understand? It's like a regular loan. But now, you don't have to go to the bank. You don't have to do this and that and la 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 and pay for it. You sit at your computer and say, my non-fungible token is worth $1 million. This is what I need, and you can access that now. So we're making access to liquidity easy. Okay? All right. I was already talking about is the custodial and security layer. So the custody is the person who holds the underlying asset. It can be a museum, it can be a insurance company, a bank. Any one of these trusted people, they become the third party. So it will never be PO8. It will never be somebody else, because the person who holds it gives the trust, and they have to be able to be audited instantly. If someone ever say, where's this asset? They have to be able to check and say, it's at the bank. So I trust it, right? So if you have a painting, you cannot say, oh, this is my NFT, this is my painting is in my house, I will sell my NFT. No, nobody will trust it, because we don't know what you will do with this painting. You might double sell. You might sell the painting twice. You sell the NFT to Professor, you sell the painting to me, you made double the money. And that is one of the things that blockchain solves, double spending. So people can't double spend like they can do on credit cards and debit cards and all those stuff now. So that's another thing that we built in. And then the fourth thing is provenance. So provenance just basically means all of the information about this product, the appraisal, the value, how much it's worth, every time it's sold, it will all be stored in a non-fungible token. So this non-fungible token was around for 2 years. I can go and I can find out over the 2 years how many times it sells. What was the average price it sold for? So now you have very clear price discovery, which is a very hard thing in the market. How do you find out the real price? You understand? So all of this changes many industries. It's not just for artifacts. It's just that for PO8 artifacts, because we're from the Bahamas, was a problem that we had and we had to solve it. So we built a platform. Now everybody can use the technology and enjoy it. So that's why we use blockchain. And without this, we cannot make the project work, because we can't sell, we can't do anything like that.